back to my channel. I'm Denisha, and if you're new here, welcome. Today I wanted to talk to you about the unvarnished truth about machine embroidery and entrepreneurship. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of videos from different influencers talking about you need this machine or that machine in order to be a successful entrepreneur in the embroidery space. And if we hadn't seen the journey of a lot of the influencers on here, I too would believe that I need the next latest and greatest of machines. But the receipts are there. We've literally watched countless of these influencers build their empires using a single needle machine. In fact, a lot of them only had single needle machines for a couple of years before they were then able to afford the purchase of a multi-needle machine. The moment that you decide to put up an item for sale, you've stepped into the world of entrepreneurship. The moment that you decide to put your work out there for the world to be able to consume, you've stepped your foot into the world of being an entrepreneur. And it's human nature to want the next great thing or the next best thing in terms of the best car, the best house, the largest car. But if you're just starting learning about embroidery, I wouldn't suggest that you run out and buy a multi-needle right away. One of the first things that you have to know is that with more needles comes more complications. If you don't have someone available for technical support with your new machine, it can be very daunting. Imagine you take on an order, a large order, and you don't know how to use your machine properly, and then you have to go back to your customers and say, you know what, there's going to be delay. I'm sorry, my machine is down. I can't fulfill the order that I promised you. You're going to have some angry customers, number one, and then you're going to have to refund money back to clients that you worked hard to get in the first place. And I'm going to tell you something. I started with a single needle machine, like a lot of the influencers that we see on here. And within 9 months, I purchased my multi-needle machine. But because I bought that machine because I was ready for it. I knew that I had orders that were coming in that would sustain my ability to pay the monthly payment on the machine. And I also knew that I work a full-time job, so I know that if 1 month sales are down, I'm able to supplement the machine costs with my salary. So before you step out into the realm of full-time employment through embroidery, know that you're ready to be able to walk out of your job that you may have right now and say, this is the path that I'm going down. And be wary of anyone that tells you that you need a specific type of machine in order to be successful as an entrepreneur. The one thing that I can say to you, it comes from my favorite line in Spider-Man. When Uncle Ben says to Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. And so if anyone that has a following, a large following, is directing their followers to go into purchasing expensive machines, not knowing their situations or whether or not they're ready to be able to step into that field, I think that's doing them a great disservice. Ultimately, there are people that have had only a single needle machine and have made thousands of dollars through embroidery work. And so if you're gonna be an entrepreneur in the embroidery space, my suggestion is to put your work out there. Don't worry about whether or not you can get a 10 needle or 15 needle or a 20 needle. Don't worry about whether or not you need to be able to purchase one of those machines in order to compete. Because ultimately, if you're putting out designs that people want, they'll buy it, and they don't care what type of machine that you have, as long as you get them their item when you promise to deliver it. So that is the unvarnished truth about machine embroidery. You don't need all those expensive gadgets that others may claim that you need. You just need your embroidery machine. And if you're fully outgrown it, then you can consider purchasing a multi-needle or another more powerful machine. But don't get envious and don't jump right in with your feet in without knowing that you're fully prepared to handle a machine that is more complex than a single needle machine. I can tell you that there has been days where I've cried over my machine because something may have broken on it or something has malfunctioned on it, and then I have to run and take it to get serviced. And so when you're busy trying to make sure that this complicated marvel of technology stays well, you're down in terms of production. You might, if you don't have another machine to fall back on, it will become very difficult. And so before you're in a rush to go out and sell the machine that you have now and get a multi-needle machine, get to know your machine from top to bottom, and then when you're sure that you've maxed out your machine's capability, then and only then do I suggest that you go up to a multi-needle machine. And not any particular brand, just a multi-needle machine. It's really up to you which machine that you should buy. Do some research. Use YouTube. Look around at some of the multi-needle machines that others may have. See if there's an abundance of tutorials on the particular machine that you're looking for. Because I can tell you right now, there's nothing more frustrating than having a problem with a machine and not having a resource to turn to try to get it fixed. So before you think about purchasing a machine, especially a multi-needle machine, do some deep dive research into that machine to make sure that the users of that machine are happy, that whoever is talking about that machine is not there specifically to sell that machine, and that they are giving you the full truth about what that machine will entail, the complications and the fun parts about that machine as well. I hope this video is helpful, and I'll see you next time. Remember, stay fierce. Also, remember to like, comment, and subscribe.